Yay! So you got orders to head to Northwest Florida. You're going to be assigned to maybe Eglin, Hurlburt, or Duke Field. Good news, DAH just went up. So where are you going to live? Hey, I'm Stephanie. I am a residential real estate agent here in Destin, Florida. I'm also the spouse of a retired veteran. Through our military career, we were stationed here on the Emerald Coast 3 separate times, and it was really a no-brainer for us when it came time for my husband to retire that we would do it here. Primarily, top of the list, the Destin beaches. Also, the number of Department of Defense contracting jobs for my husband to move straight into were astronomical, not to mention that they continue bringing in new contracts. And additionally, the VA benefits that Florida provides for our service members really made this an easy decision, and super bonus, we love where we live. As military families, you guys know what all goes into getting PCS orders. High on almost everyone's list is starting to look for where you're gonna live. This used to be like one of the best parts of the new adventure. It was fun and exciting, but now with the shortage of homes across our nation and the housing crisis we already had in our military community, you guys are gonna feel this stress a little more than most. Eglin and Hurlburt have some really nice on-base housing. Fairly new, they're in really nice communities. The downside right now is that most everyone is being told that the wait list for those available homes are between 6 months to a year after you arrive on station. That also really translates to apartments and rental homes in the community. There's just not enough right now. There will be competition for those rental homes. So if this is your comfort zone, all I can really say to you at this juncture is get on the waiting list. Get on all the lists. So your other option is to buy a home. That word can be a bit deceiving for some of us in the nomadic military community. But what if we maybe changed the label? We changed the perspective. What if I said you can buy an investment property? Here are 5 tips to help you buy a home in your upcoming PCS to Northwest Florida. Step number 1 is reframing your goals. So the first house that we bought as a military family was here. It was in Niceville, and I was so excited to buy our first home. It was going to be our forever home, wink, wink. I scrutinized every single decision. It had to be perfect. I wanted to be in love with it, and I was. And we stretched our budget, and imagine my surprise and frustration when 3 years later we got to move out of said forever house, and we ended up getting to pay out of our pocket for someone else to rent it back from us. So we made the mistake of not looking at our home purchase as a long-term real estate investment. So I'm wanting you to consider changing your concept to purchasing a home as a primary residence that will turn into a rental home after you leave. And this is going to help you to change your need on this house. It'll help you be much more practical and a lot less emotional about what the house actually looks like. So step number 2 is to get really familiar with this local real estate market. In this area, we've seen home prices rise by 19% over the last year. Homes are selling at or over list value in 95 to 100% of sales. They are oftentimes going over price. Statistics are telling us that on average, homes are staying on the market between 14 and 15 days. But you're not going to see that. You're not going to feel it, especially in high demand areas. What you're going to see is that homes are on the market for an average of 3 days. And basically what that translates to is that the day that that house hits the market, you're going to have to view it and make an offer in the same day to be one of those people that has a house under contract in 3 days. Because of this, we're seeing a huge increase in homes being sold sight unseen. So step number 3 is that you need to work with a local realtor. You need somebody who is going to be able to move at this fast pace, be your hands and feet on the ground, your eyes and ears, and go out and view that property for you. You're also going to want to get on the multiple listing service, which is the MLS. It is an automated home search website that's going to send you immediate notifications as soon as something hits the market. I'm not saying there aren't other good websites out there with home listings, but 99% of them are syndicates of this MLS, and that means that they all trickle down from this one source. So go with the source. So another part of having a local realtor, outside of going and looking at that house, I want you to have a good rapport with this person. Hopefully it will come from a personal reference, somebody that you can have really good communication with, because I'm going to leave it up to your realtor to talk about strategies of winning a bidding war. I was really tempted in this video to put some of the more common strategies, but I don't want you using those as a blanket overall permission to use them, because every home is different. Every seller wants something different, and you as the purchaser have different circumstances. And so work with a realtor who can talk over the unique strategies that this real estate market is causing for you to have to win a bidding war. All right, step number 4 is that you need to get a pre-approval from a local lender. I do want you to start with a local lender in getting you a pre-qualification. So a pre-qualification is a general assessment of what you're going to be able to afford, or the amount of a loan that you're going to be able to take out. Your credit's not pulled, and this is just kind of like the initial conversation between you and a lender. Now, a pre-approval, on the other hand, I really want you to look for this about 60 days out of when you're ready to pay for a mortgage. When you're ready to start shopping for that house, let me clarify, 60 days to paying your first mortgage. That means you're ready to go under contract for a house. The pre-approval is actually a lender pulling your credit score, looking at your LES, looking at your bank statements, looking at your financial history and your debt to income ratio. And when you can provide a offer for a home with a pre-approval letter, this can help you stand out, because it says, I have been more thoroughly vetted that my finances are ready to offer you this amount of money. So additionally, I want you to find a lender, a local lender, that will work with you on a VA loan. VA loans should probably be talked about initially with that pre-qualification, because there is an application process to a VA loan that's different than a typical loan. And when you put in an offer on a house, you have to apply for that loan within 5 days per the contract, typically. So I want you to have all your ducks in a row. You and your lender are going to sit, and you're going to have everything ready to hit that go button so that you can make an offer on day 1 that that house goes for sale. Step number 5 is be prepared to make several offers before you win a contract. I hope it's not the case, but more than likely it will be. So this circles back to tip number 1, step number 1, change and reframe your goals, and try not to get emotionally attached to each house that you make an offer on. It will exhaust you, and you will not be able to go the course that you need to be able to get that house that's meant for you, okay? So another suggestion within this is with houses selling at list price, save a little bit of your budget. 1, hold that limit of your top budget and do not go over it. Don't go over it. Being house poor is terrible. Letting someone else live in your house while you're paying out of pocket is even worse. But I want you to shop for houses at about $10,000 to $15,000 underneath your max budget. That way it gives you some wiggle room when you come to a multiple offer situation, that you feel confident that you can offer more and you're not going to make yourself house poor. All in all, there are tons of homes to be purchased around Eglin, Hurlburt, and Dukefield. There are tons of strategies to help you get in them. Somebody is going to win that house contract. Why not you? You can check out our playlist of PCSing to Florida, or click on the link below for a free relocation guide. See you next Thursday.